Hey guys, it's me Dave from the Kodo back with another dungeon guide for you. We're looking back at the lost city of the Tol'Vir for time walking events. Not a bad dungeon. It's kind of fun. When you first come in, you're gonna have a decision where you can either go left or you can go right. Most groups are going to go to the left because you need to be going that way anyway. So follow the group. Make sure you guys stick together. This guy right here, just make sure the tank pulls him out of the earthquake. So if there's any melee in the tank, don't take any unnecessary damage. And you're going to proceed around this circle. The first boss is right on the opposite side of this little circle that you're walking around. So clear the way. Right to the left of where we are right now is where we're going to be heading after we go to the boss. You can see the boss in the background on the far top right of the screen right now. And the first one is General Hussam. Nothing too spectacular about him. He does put some stuff on the ground that explodes and does some damage. So, WoW Dungeoning 101, don't stand in the bad. If you see it on the ground, you can see those little things bursting. Just avoid them. Don't step on them. They can blow up and send you flying. You might pull some extra mobs, which to the right of me right now is the other mobs on the other side of the building that we didn't go to because we skipped them. Occasionally, he will charge a user or a player, and he also throws the player against one of those tall beams. It doesn't do too much damage, so it's easy to avoid, and healers can heal right through it. Once in a while, he does do this root attack, which is, like I said, easily avoidable if you know what you're looking for. Just the ground starts to shake and rumble, and you just move out of the way. The red circles are the discs on the ground when they're going to start to explode. Just stand out of there and you should be fine. Other than that, this is a tank and spank. Burn him down. Keep him away from those mobs in the background. You can see right there, and you shouldn't have a problem. He's pretty easy to beat. So you can see I just got tossed right there. So loot him up, and then you're going to head back into this little tunnelway that I mentioned first when we first got there. Now as you head in here, you're going to do kind of the same thing. You're going to be taking another left-hand turn to go fight Lockmaw, the second boss, the crocodile, and so also Og, which you'll see when we get over there. So you're just going to clear the way here. Nothing too difficult. You're going to end up coming back to this area and heading further back into the distance there, but that's after we go kill Lockmaw. Where we're standing right here, the stairs on the left-hand side is where we're going to head to go get him. You may be inclined to think that you can skip this boss, but if you do, then you can't get to the last boss, so you need to go kill him. But like I said, nothing too difficult here. Being that this is Time Walkers, you need to remember that you're not overgeared. You're going to do more damage than you would if you'd done this on level, but you're still down at level 85, so your gear is reflecting that. In this situation right here, you can cut to the outside and go through the water to go around these mobs, or you can just burn them down real quick. There's nothing special about them. They're not too difficult. Depends on the group that you're with and who's leading the group. Most tanks, if it's a Death Knight, will throw down Path of Frost, and you can walk around the water, or you can just swim through the water real quick to get around these guys and totally avoid them. Like I said, they're not difficult, so it's nothing to just burn them down real quick. So this is Lockmaw, the second boss. What's going to happen here is he's going to cast Scent of Blood. You can see the shaman got him right there. Scent of Blood's going to have smaller crocodile ads come in from the outside. Typically, the person who gets Scent of Blood, you're going to want to just move towards the tank so that they can be cleaved down by the other damage that's going on. The tank really can't taunt those away. They're going to go towards the Scent of Blood person anyway, so move the boss to them and cleave them down. You can see on the outside here, Og is running around, just kind of being a nuisance. He can't be taunted in this phase, so just ignore him and avoid him if he starts like coming around you. After we kill Lockmaw, you're going to have to kill him because you can't get the loot until you kill him, because he ends up taking it while you're fighting Lockmaw. So now you can see he goes through his little speech about how he stole the treasure while we were fighting Lockmaw and how we're so stupid, but now we're just going to kill him and take the treasure anyway. Nothing special here. Burn him down as quickly as possible. Occasionally he does this whirlwind attack, which he can't be taunted during. Just avoid it. It doesn't move too quick. You can easily get away from it. Other than that, tank has control of him in the middle. We burn him down very, very quickly. Grab your loot, and now we're going to head back to where we came from. Heading back here, we're going to turn left, and there's 2 groups of mobs. If you stay to the far right of this walkway, you don't have to deal with too many, but 2 groups of mobs that you have to burn down pretty quickly. Bunch them all up, burn them down, and move on. We're heading towards the stairs. You can see in the very top of the screen right now. We're going to take a right towards those stairs and walk towards the 3rd boss. And essentially another decision where you can go around a building. Like I said here, if you stay to the right of this path, you can avoid more encounters than is necessary. But if you're into just burning down all those mobs, walk right down the middle and you'll see what I mean. There's some on the left that you'll end up pulling. But once we kill these guys, we're going to go right to the stairs and walk across, and we're going to head this way. Now, you have to take on this first group of mobs that is right in front of you when you come out of this little tunnel. The next decision you can make is if you go left or right around these buildings that are at the top of the screen. There is a polymorph effect here, a hex. If it hits the healer, it's a little bit harder to deal with. But nothing severe there. Now, if you turn left and you take out those mobs, you can go around the side of the building. Or if you go straight here, which is what most groups are going to do, there's a couple of mobs you just have to fight. They're just a little bit more spaced out. It doesn't really matter which way you go, you're going to the same place. And we're going to loop around here after we kill these guys. And then here is the 3rd boss, High Prophet Barum. Now what's going to happen here is he's going to have, obviously you can see that big fire pillar there. You want to just avoid that, very easily avoidable. And there's a phoenix that's going to be flying around putting down fire on the ground. It locks on to a specific target and starts flying towards them. It can't be taunted. And if you kill it, it just turns into an egg, which then slowly regenerates its health and then comes back to life. So you can burn him down real quick, or you can just ignore him. But he is putting fire down, and if you don't want to have to dance around that, then just burn him down quick so he doesn't do that anymore. In this phase, you are pulled out of your body where you can't fight the regular boss anymore. You're just fighting the phoenix in this like shadowy realm or death realm or whatever. He spawns visions or clones of the people that are there. Like you can see mine right there. If that gets to the phoenix, it will heal him. So the tank just wants to make sure that he pulls them away from that, and the DPS burns it down just to avoid having to do more damage than is necessary and dealing with more fighting than is necessary. Once you pull out of this and you kill that phoenix, you're going to come back into this phase. Same exact thing as phase 1. Avoid the phoenix dropping fire everywhere. Avoid the fire pillar and burn down the boss. Simple spank and tank. Once this boss is dead, it will summon the final boss, Siamat. And you can see these little whirlpools that are on the side of these buildings. If you click on that, it's going to boost you up to the top of this building. Now, in this fight, kind of getting prepared here, you can be knocked off, or you can fall off of these buildings. If you do, typically, if it's in an area where you can't click on one of those little whirlpools, the game will kind of push you back up there automatically. If you fall down by one of those whirlpools, just click on it and it'll push you back up there. What's going to end up happening in this fight, the first phase, you're going to start attacking the main boss. He's going to summon some adds, and then he becomes immune. You can't do any more damage to him, so you just have to kill his adds. They're nothing special, nothing hard. They do a chain lightning effect that can't really be avoided, no matter how far apart you are. You have to kill about 4 or 5 of them, 6 at the max, and then the boss becomes attackable again. So we're just burning down these extra mobs. And eventually the shield around the boss is going to come off, and we can start attacking him and burn him down. Now he's going to do these little, there's these little pop-up things that'll push you off the building. Like I said, you can just pop right back up, but if you can avoid them, it's best. Right in between the phases, he's going to start boosting everybody around like that. Typically, if you're in the middle of it, you won't fall off. You just kind of get thrown around. It doesn't do too much damage. But once he stops doing that, you can start attacking him. He still spawns his adds as well as some storms. Avoid the storms. They just kind of float around. The adds, you can chop them down if you need to, but mainly focus the boss and he'll be dead pretty soon. So nothing too difficult for bosses and time walking. There you go. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Like always, guys, good luck and have fun.